warm welcome to State of Business on our television. I'm Hishain Ali and let's have a look at the headlines first. The Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka said that it has already issued guidelines to the CEB and LECO to ensure fairness for electricity consumers in issuing monthly electricity bills. Government says that it has taken an assurance from the private sector not to sack a single employee due to COVID-19 outbreak. News in detail. President's Media Division says that an island-wide curfew will be enforced on this Sunday. In the meantime, ongoing curfew in Colombo and Gampaha districts will continue until further notice, and in other 23 districts it will be effective between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. until this Saturday and will continue again from May 18th. Moving on, Co-Cabinet spokesperson Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena states that no private sector employee will be dismissed from their jobs even though the country is facing a severe economic fallout amidst COVID-19. He made these announcements today addressing the weekly Cabinet press conference held at the Department of Government Information in Colombo. Accordingly, Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena stated that Minister of Foreign Relations, Skills Development, Employment and Labour Relations, Dinesh Gunawardena, have been consistently meeting the Employers Federation of Ceylon, factory owners and trade unions to discuss about the employment issues arising due to the pandemic. Hence, after a series of meetings, the private sector employers have collectively agreed not to dismiss any employee in the private sector who was in employment while receiving EPF and who were under trust funds by employers. Co-Cabinet spokesperson Dr. Bandula Gunawardena said the relevant bill has been tabled to the Cabinet by the subject minister and it has received the Cabinet approval yesterday. However, explaining in detail about the Cabinet decision, Dr. Bandula Gunawardena added that the employers' union had also agreed to pay 50% of the basic monthly salary or a minimum amount of Rs 14,500 each month for the employees of the organizations that were closed during the country's lockdown. During the Cabinet press conference today, it was also noted that importation of motor vehicles and luxury goods completely prohibited in order to secure the hampered economy of the country. Government has been reiterating of the ban of several imports to the country even before COVID-19 pandemic hit the country. In the meantime, considering the repercussions of the COVID-19 in the country, government decided to ban importing motor vehicles and luxury goods. Co-Cabinet spokesperson Minister Bandula Gunawardena said the respective gazette notification was tabled by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. Minister Gunawardena further added that there are no restrictions to import essential goods to the country. However, several exceptions are mentioned in this gazette. Cabinet of Ministers also approved to allow the importation of the construction industry related products, but under the condition of settling the payments after a period of 180 days. Subsequently, Minister of Health and Indigenous Medicine Services Pavitra Vanyarachi has tabled a proposal to the Cabinet asking the permission to acquire money from the Treasury to provide the 5,000 rupees allowance to the affected parties by COVID-19 for the month of May. This proposal has been approved by the Cabinet yesterday. The Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka announces that it has already issued guidelines to ensure fairness for electricity consumers in issuing monthly electricity bills and allowing a grace period to pay the monthly bills. In a statement to the media, PUCSL said that the guidelines set forth in this regard will be implemented by the Ceylon Electricity Board and Lanka Electricity Company Private Limited. The Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka said that according to the guidelines prepared by them, the electricity will be calculated according to the number of electricity received at concessionary rates. The PUCSL also said that consumers will be provided a sufficient time period to settle the electricity bills. Proposals made by CEB and LECO as well as complaints by some of the electricity consumers has been taken into consideration when preparing the guidelines. PUCSL also added that the CEB and LECO have been providing electricity to the consumers continuously during the quarantine period and the financial condition of these institutions needs to be restored in order to provide uninterrupted quality electricity supply in the future. The PUCSL state that the electricity consumers can support the financial situation of these organizations by paying promptly for the bills that have already been issued for delayed months. PUCSL also assures that all bills issued after the quarantine curfew commences and after the final reading of the meter must be issued on a monthly basis and as separate bills for each month, confirming the entitlement of concessionary rate for the electricity units. The grace period given to the consumer to pay the separate bills issued to them will be published by CEB and LECO. PUCSL accordingly assured that there will be no disconnection of electricity with regard to the payment of these bills until the relevant grace period and conditions are announced. Stay tuned for more news right after this commercial break. Welcome back after the break. The media campaign titled Itukama, the fundraising initiative for the COVID-19 Healthcare and Social Security Fund established by President Gotabaya Rajapaksa to support and strengthen activities aimed at mitigating the spread of COVID-19 and related social welfare program was launched at the Defence Ministry yesterday. Accordingly, the main goal of the fund, which started with a donation of 100 million rupees from the President's Fund, is to ensure the health and safety of those in the health sector and other essential service providers while enabling the state to support the population made vulnerable by COVID-19. Itukama, the COVID-19 Healthcare and Social Security Fund, was launched in requesting the nation to render its fullest cooperation in government's effort in combating the pandemic. The fund will also be used for critical investments in improving national preparedness for contagions by minimizing vulnerabilities in the present healthcare capabilities. It will address the critical healthcare needs brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic and improve Sri Lanka's long-term preparedness for health emergencies.
Contribute to the Itukama National Fund for Healthcare and Social Security. Let's do our duty towards Sri Lanka. To donate online, visit itukama.lk.
Central Bank says that it has halted banks from declaring dividends and foreign banks from repatriating profits under new regulations, and it also wants to exercise extreme due diligence and prudence when incurring capital expenditure. Central Bank in a statement said that the decision was taken to conserve liquidity amidst coronavirus outbreak until December 2020. Sri Lanka's central bank has issued directions to licensed banks restricting their discretionary payments with the aim of maintaining appropriate levels of liquidity in licensed banks while managing cash flows prudently. The Monetary Board has considered the possible adverse impact on liquidity and other key performance indicators of licensed commercial banks and licensed specialized banks due to the COVID-19 outbreak when introducing these restrictions. Among the restrictions on discretionary payments, Central Bank directs the licensed banks incorporated or established in the country to refrain from declaring cash dividends for financial year 2019 and any interim cash dividends for financial year 2020. It further directs licensed commercial banks incorporated outside Sri Lanka shall refrain from repatriation of profits not already declared for financial years 2019 and 2020. Licensed banks have also been directed not to buy back its own shares and not to increase the management allowances and payments to board of directors during the period. Central Bank also directs the commercial banks to refrain from incurring non-essential expenditure such as advertising, business promotions, sponsorships, traveling and training. The World Health Organization warns that the coronavirus may never go away and that even if a vaccine is found, controlling the virus will require a massive effort. Executive Director of the World Health Organization's Health Emergencies Program, Dr. Michael Ryan, made these observations speaking at the COVID-19 press briefing conducted by WHO yesterday.
This virus may become just another endemic virus in our communities, and this virus may never go away. HIV has not gone away, but we've come to terms with the virus, and we have found the therapies and we've found the prevention methods, and people don't feel as scared as they did before, and we're offering life to people with HIV, long, healthy lives to people with HIV. And I'm not comparing the two diseases, but I think it is important that we're realistic, and I don't think anyone can predict when or if this disease will disappear. We do have one great hope. If we do find a highly effective vaccine that we can distribute to everyone who needs it in the world, we may have a shot at eliminating this virus.
Stay tuned for stock updates. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a mixed note today. The all-share price index gained 26.29 points to close at 4,393.54, and the S&P SL20 dropped 22.13 points to close at 1,707.02. The turnover was 3.6 billion rupees and over 85 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all news for today. See you tomorrow with State of Business. Until then, take care. Good night.